I know it's been a minute since I've made a video. I want to talk about My Hero Academia Season 8 for the next couple of minutes. This is not a script. This is just my thoughts from the series so far. So if you like those types of things, cool. If not, I hope you have a wonderful day. If I can even speak right now. I know it's been a little while since I made some videos on this channel to start off, and I want to say thank you for watching this if you are watching it currently. And then I want to say that My Hero Academia Season 8, and it's taken me 30 seconds to get to this point, but, sometimes we gotta cast the line out and see who bites. So this is kind of what's been happening with My Hero Academia Season 8. Watching All Might versus All for One, and then watching Bakugo go up against All for One, and now watching Midoriya go up against One for All, or Shigaraki, All for One, I guess I should say. It has been an emotional roller coaster. The crazy part about this, you guys, is back in the day, I had kind of given up anime. I had given up a lot of anime. I had basically went full monk mode, full military mode, full discipline mode, basically exactly what Deku had done in My Hero, where he had to train to become able to hold on to One for All. And the whole process with how he was doing this was something that I myself had to do. So My Hero Academia has always held a special part in my heart, and I have a feeling it's probably doing the exact same thing for you guys as well too. And it's why I'm a little bit upset and kind of sad that the season's coming to an end, but I'm also happy and joyful and glad that the series is also coming to an end, because it was always the one anime that I always waited for Saturday morning to watch and enjoy. I'd get up, I'd go get my coffee, make some coffee and whatnot. Then I'd come back and I'd watch a little quick episode of My Hero Academia, and then I'd get on with my day. I'd go on a bike ride, or I'd go hike or run or something like that, or go to the gym and just kind of train like Deku and the rest of the heroes did in the series. So that was a really cool aspect for me, and just being able to see where I was at when I first started and where I am now. It's really been a journey. It's been an experience. It's I've grown with Deku and I've grown with Bakugo as much as they've grown throughout the series. They might not change in their age, but they are still changing. They're still evolving. They're still learning their powers and understanding that they are the next generation. They are the next generation of heroes that are going to lead change into the world, just as much as you can, just as much as I can, just as much as you and I are doing right now. I'm still watching anime. I'm still watching the series. I just haven't been making videos as much lately because I've been making videos around being outside and hiking and kind of living how Deku and Bakugo and the rest of the heroes have done in the series. So I've been trying to do the same thing myself. I still enjoy it. I still enjoy being able to make a video every now and then talking about the series, and I also just like being able to see the strength and the resolve and the willingness to kind of step out of one's comfort zone and face off against a villain or an enemy that it may seem insurmountable, impossible to win against, and yet somehow Bakugo is able to survive. Somehow All Might's able to survive. Somehow I have a feeling Deku's going to be able to survive as well too. There's going to be maybe some aspects that get lost along the way, but that's part of it. That's something that those areas and those aspects that are within you, similar to the previous One for All users are within Deku right now. Sometimes you have to let them go in order for you to defeat the enemy that stands within your way. Make the power your own. You can have others there. You can have those other versions of yourself, those past versions of yourself. It's if we take a step back and if we think about the power One for All that was bestowed upon Deku, what if, just hypothetically, and this is, you have to almost completely change your concept of how time and reality and the essence of the world exists and works. What if every single version of the previous users have always been Deku, and they've just reincarnated into that new version of him? So it's All Might was Deku. Deku was the first user, was the second user, the third user, the fourth user, the fifth user. He's been every single one of them, just as every other one of them has been them. I don't know if you have ever watched Attack on Titan, But the same kind of story happens in Attack on Titan as well too, is time is non-linear. So it's like the circle that we're going around, it's a circle. It's not a straight line where you have point A and point B. Everything's interconnected throughout time itself. And this is something that I guess I've kind of slightly picked up on from watching My Hero Academia and realizing that like when the other previous users of the quirks are talking about how they have to let themselves go, how they have to allow for Shigaraki to take them so that they can crack open that little crying boy that's on the inside, even though Shigaraki says he doesn't have that boy in him anymore and he's consumed him, which you and I, we both know that's a lie. Everybody has that crying boy inside of them that just wants to be saved. And that's what I was doing with this channel. That's what I've been doing with my life. That's what I do with my videos is I'm hopefully inspiring you to look within yourself and maybe address some issues that maybe you hadn't wanted to address. And it's kind of crazy to me too, because I'm going to make an analogy really quick. So there's this analogy that we can kind of think of where Deku, he is doing what All Might has done. At least he's trying to. He's inspiring all these other people. Just as we're watching the final act play out where Deku's fighting Shigaraki, he's going up against the hardest villain of them all, the one that could decay him with a single touch of his fist, his hand. And yet we're seeing all these other people all around the world watching the fight go down. They're sending out their prayers, they're sending out their love, they're sending out their joy, their happiness, their fulfillment, everything to Deku. It's the same thing with what All Might did. He inspired every single person on the planet to be more than what they were. You might not know the impact that you have. I know I sure didn't. I have a feeling that All Might and Deku, they don't know the impact of what their good deeds are doing. Because I recently started going snowboarding with a friend of mine that I helped get a job a while back. And him and I talked when I wasn't working, and he was telling me about his snowboarding, and I asked him, I'm like, what do you want to do? And he's like, it'd be awesome if I could go like do backcountry skiing and like help people out with that. I was like, dude, well, why don't you post like videos on TikTok or on Instagram or YouTube? You don't even have to show your face if you don't want to. Like, I don't show my face on this channel, and I love having you guys watch and give the feedback in the comments. And I know this is different from other anime channels, but I told him that. And then when we recaught back up, he's like, yeah, so I started posting on TikTok. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah. I'm at like 1,000 followers, posting the videos of me like riding my motorcycle around. And to me, I was like, it was such a small little insignificant, maybe not insignificant, but it was a small little act of just me being curious, me just asking a question. And the guy ran with it. My friend ran with it. And to me, that's just cool to see how my words can kind of have that power or that impact on somebody. And I don't know the impact that I'm having on you that's watching this right now. Maybe you're getting inspired to go live the life like Deku, or go live the life like All Might, or go evolve like Bakugo, or something along those lines. I don't know. But what I do know is that I can share these words. I can hopefully inspire you to kind of go live a life in the same way that your favorite character lives. Go live a life that is inspiring to yourself. Because you don't know what can come of it. You don't know what will happen. You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring or what video is going to blow up. Like, I never knew that me eating an Uncrustable out in the snow was going to blow up on TikTok. Did I know that? No. I just went out there. I was eating my videos. I found some words to put on the text. I posted it, and then just kind of picked up out of the blue. And it was cool. And I guess that's just kind of the thing that I always hold on hope to, and that's something that I think Deku's holding on hope to as well, is that Shigaraki's like still inside, that little boy is still crying on the inside, and he can save him, just as much as I know that like each time I post a video, there's an opportunity, there's a chance for it to blow up, there's a chance for it to have an impact, and even if it doesn't blow up, you're listening to this right now. It's just, it's very amazing to me, because I've been inspired by so many people online. I've been inspired by so many people that I've met, like out at bars, on hikes, on bike rides, at the gym, like walking around, traveling, whatever it may be. Like, I've had so many inspirational moments that have shifted and pushed my life and changed me and corrected the trajectory that I was on to help me be at this place that I am at right now. And I know that a lot of you, because I've been there too, where we struggle. We don't necessarily always know the way out. We don't know what we're supposed to do. We don't know where we're supposed to be. We don't know maybe even who we are or what we're going after. And yet, we still keep trying. We still keep pushing forward. We still keep giving it our all. At least that's what I do. And I hope that you're doing the same thing, because when I watch the final season of My Hero Academia, and I see Deku, and I see Bakugo, and I see the rest of the heroes giving it their all against the villains, it's like, why can't we do the same thing in our own life? Why can't we push that little extra mile? Why can't we push that little extra step? Like, what's the worst that'll happen? You stay where you're at. Maybe you die. If you die, you're not going to remember it. At least you tried. At least you attempted it. And if we go around the concept that I was talking about earlier, you'll just come back. You might not remember coming back, but until your duties and your responsibilities and the stuff that you have come here to do is accomplished, you'll continually keep being reincarnated, reintegrated into other areas. And we can look at Deku too as like, you could be like, he has multiple personalities, which he kind of does in a sense, but it's also him. But he's like integrated the other people that are inside of him. It's just a fascinating concept. It's a fascinating story, and I'm really excited to see where the rest of the season is going to go. I may do some more videos around it too. I don't know. I've been lazy. I've been on my phone. I haven't been training. I've been reading like some books lately, which have been really nice and exciting. I've been posting, like I said, on some other channels and things like that, just hiking, and I just hadn't had the time to kind of like sit down and make a video, even though this was the channel that had kind of shown me that like I could stay consistent. I could possibly like make something from making anime videos, which I never even I never even consider that. And now there's a possibility too that like I could do like nature content, outdoors content, activity content. Like if I could have both of those, dude, it's incredible. I'd love every second of it. I already do love every second of it. And I know that this wasn't probably like the video that you were expecting it was going to be, where it's like, oh yeah, this is what's happening in season 1. These are my predictions, so on and so forth. So it's like this video might not get that many views. But that's okay. Because I just want you to know that like whatever work that you're putting in right now, whatever battle you're facing, there's other people that are looking around, watching you, and wondering how you keep getting back up, how you don't give in. Because Shigaraki, he looks at Deku and he's like, oh, just quit. Just stop. Just don't even try. And Deku's like, no. I want to save that little boy. All the other past heroes that had inherited One for All was like, Deku, you got to give up on Shigaraki. But then the very first user of One for All was like, I see why Deku does it. I understand. Like, he's inspired me to be better. And he was the first inheritor of One for All. Was the one that was like, you know what? I don't want nothing to do with this kid. He's pompous. He's arrogant. He doesn't know what he's doing. But he's the one that came around to be like, oh, Deku's actually the real deal. He's here to help other people. He really wants to inspire them. He really wants to save them. He really wants to do things different. He doesn't want to just like kill off the evil to have it remanifest in a different way. I don't know. Deku's just doing the things that are right. I know that if he can do it, you can do it as well too. Just don't give up. As long as you keep pushing forward, as long as you keep taking that step, as long as you keep moving in the direction that you need to move, things will happen for you. There's going to be battles that you might not think that you can win, but you'll evolve. Just like Bakugo did, just like I know Deku's going to evolve. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen with the episode that's coming out here in a second. I'm really looking forward to it. Hoping to get that in before I hit the slopes tomorrow. It's all about living a life that you yourself want to live. And that's what Deku's taught me. Maybe he can teach you the same.